on June 4th of 2018, the family of 35-year-old Erin Sackett reported her missing. 13 days later, a fisherman found her body in a Vernon County lake, weighted down with concrete blocks. Well, a little less than 2 months later, police arrested 38-year-old Erik Sackett, charging him with first-degree homicide. News 19's Marcus Arsvold spoke with local law experts for some insight as to what we can expect in the upcoming trial.
Starting Monday morning, the in-person jury selection process begins with something called voir dire. This is a process where the prosecution, defense, and judge work to make sure the jury selected can reach a fair verdict. In a homicide trial, the jury selected must decide beyond reasonable doubt that the defendant caused the death of the victim or acted with intent to kill the victim.
They're not entitled to a perfect trial, but they're entitled to a fair one.
38-year-old Erik Sackett is accused of allegedly killing 35-year-old Erin Sackett. In June of 2018, her body was found in a Vernon County lake.
A person under the law is presumed innocent, okay? So until you hear any evidence, you shouldn't say he's guilty or isn't, or is innocent or anything.
After jury selection concludes on Monday, the prosecution and defense will plead their cases, and the judge is in charge of overseeing that everything runs smoothly.
It is a long, difficult, complicated process for the trial judge.
Retired Circuit Judge John Perlich sat on the bench in La Crosse County for 21 years, so he understands the responsibilities of the judge who will oversee the Sackett trial. That judge is Honorable Judge Elliot Levine.
In a matter of seconds, you can be sitting there listening to what's going on, and suddenly there's an objection by one of the parties, and you got 30 seconds to make a ruling. And it better be right, because the Court of Appeals is going to have 6 months to look at what you had 30 seconds to decide and see if you were right or wrong.
Ahead of the trial, the judge rules whether or not evidence should be allowed for the jury to hear.
That is the purpose of the court, is to act as a gatekeeper with regard to scientific evidence. If it doesn't meet that standard, the court is kind of duty-bound not to allow the evidence.
So far, Judge Levine ruled not to allow evidence found by cadaver dogs, but he will allow evidence that the defense claims will show Sacket's former doctor might have been involved in her death.
They don't have to necessarily prove innocence, okay? You just have to prove that what the state is claiming isn't, strong enough to convict.
The trial is set to last 2 weeks. After jury selection, then the trial starts with opening arguments from the defense and prosecution. Then they'll call witnesses for testimony, which could include Sackett himself.
All right, thank you, Marcus. Now, News 19 will be following along inside the courtroom, providing updates every step of the way. So if you'd like to follow along, you can go to our website, wxow.com. You can also live stream our newscasts. Midday is at 11, then we have the 5, 6, and 10.